You know, I've worked with hundreds, if not thousands, of people now on their healing and manifestation journey. And it's when you stop trying to heal and start actually understanding that what we need to do is believe it's already done. How do we get into that state of non-trying and believing? Well, what I've always told people when they come to work with me, don't make this 8-week program with me about healing. Make it about changing yourself at a fundamental level. You see, as we change, the things that we look at change, the things inside ourselves will change. You are a body of 1 trillion cells that only get information from you. They don't know what's happening in the outside world. They can only take the emotional and reactive responses that they get inside of them. That's what teaches them what's happening in this world. And so you can start to create balance within your nervous system, balance within the subconscious mind, balance within you in general, so you can allow your body to heal. You see, your body already knows, it already has an innate intelligence of healing. The cells are working for the one. They want you to be well. Everything that's going on inside your body is aiming for you to be healthy, well, and prosperous and loved and all of these things. But what we tend to do, and the biggest thing I have to tell people, is they tend to make a god of things outside of themselves. So their reactions to life now become the issue. So I just have a person that I play paddle with. Now, I don't obviously go into details of what I teach all the time because I'm just there as a friend. But one guy cannot play anymore because of the stress of buying a home has caused him a back injury. See, all that pressure on his body now has caused him to have a back injury that keeps him outside for months. So it was that belief in his body said, there is something wrong outside. I cannot support this issue. I cannot take the pressure. So the weight of the emotional issue caused the back injury. You have to understand that any issue that you have physically comes from an emotional standpoint. Now, some of you will say, well, what about me? I took this thing and then that happened. It was this jab. It was this thing that I did. It was this physical injury. Well, the whole world that we live in is energetic in nature. So we have to understand that everything that happens is not by accident. It is by design. We live in a universe that is designed to be energetic, lyrical, flowing in nature. When we cause dis-ease or we start to get out of balance within the body, then problems are going to arise. So we need to start to see the problems that are coming in front of us as opportunities for us to let go of more of ourselves. So whatever it is that you're reacting to, see it now as an opportunity. Is it your partner? Is it the business issue? Is it this issue? Is it that issue? That's where we can start to change. So I actually see these things and welcome the opportunity of this problem. Now, I know that's hard to hear if you're going through something physical right now or you're going through a business challenge. But as we let go, you will start to create space in you for a solution to arise. You start to teach the nervous system safety, balance, and ease. So what I tend to ask you to do now is stop turning away from the issue. Start asking yourself, what am I making a god of outside of myself? What am I starting to make more powerful than me? Is it this problem? Is it that problem? Because I was even talking about it today. Sometimes you wake up and you're just like, I'm upset that I'm not where I'm meant to be in life. Even today, this morning, I had it myself. I was just a bit out of balance. I felt a bit not high on life. I felt a bit low. And there's no true reason for it except that there's some distance between where I want to be and where I am right now. That's where the pain is caused. That's where your opportunity is to let go. So now this week, all my job is to let go of that distance feeling, let go of that emotional turmoil within me, and it will bring up solutions now, because that's where God lives. God lives in possibility. God lives in this unknown place where you totally surrender to life. It is that point of opportunity for us to face and let go of parts of ourselves. Now, whether you like him or not, Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about the unknown, and I love that aspect of his teaching. When you live in the unknown, or you actually let go of what you think is going to happen, something unusual will start to happen. Something great can start to step into there. So That's what I'm asking you to do today. That was the lesson that I learned. Right, so it's my fears, my doubts, and my limitations, my reactions. The body is telling me, it's teaching me, I'm restricting. Where am I restricting in life and where am I allowing? This is what your playground is. This is the battle between heaven and hell that goes on inside of you. This is what it was talking about in the Bible, about the battle between heaven and hell. It's the battle between your fears and the battle between your faith. If you can win that battle, you can start to heal. You can start to create wonders in your life. You can start to achieve anything. So what we have to start to do is let go of the fear. You see, once you find peace, you've created a beautiful garden bed where ideas can grow. Then you start to lay the seed in the subconscious mind. So as you get into that relaxed state and you start to claim it boldly, lovingly, knowingly, that what you do want, you start to claim it with a truth and a certainty, a humble certainty. You humble yourself before God. You say, God the Father, I know that you know all things. I know that you're all wise. I know that you have the solution here. I surrender to your divine guidance now. I know that you grew me from a cell. I know that same intelligence lives within every cell of my body. I trust every cell of my body is revitalized and renewed. I trust that you can take over my life. And where there was doubt and limitation, now there is success, ease, flow. I know it's possible for me to create wonders in my life in your name because I trust you. I surrender to you. Now, God then doesn't just listen to your words. God listens to your state of being. God arrives in that place where you are still. Be still and know that I am God. Find peace and you will find your answer. You see, it's in those spaces where that divine presence can take action. You have to see it, and you have to look outside of yourself to see it sometimes. The sea doesn't struggle to have waves in it. It is its nature, so it lives at its nature. Our nature was never to carry weight. That's why we're called God's sheep, and the Lord is our shepherd. And that interesting story that I have to bring up to you again. A sheep was never meant to carry weight. We were never meant to carry the burdens of life. We were meant to let them go to God. Place all your burdens upon me. This is what we're taught to do. But how do we do it? We do it by starting to recognize what's happening inside of ourselves, firstly. We recognize that there is a system in here, and this system is created of brain, nervous system, and that's what gives all the information out. So as I learn to bring balance to my nervous system, as I learn to breathe deeply and relax physically, that's where the space starts to happen. You see, now your body becomes the temple of God where God can enter, because now there is a place for God to enter into that temple. You see, it's the fears, the doubts, and the limitation that you get possessed by. You're possessed by fear. You're possessed by doubt. You're possessed by these things. What I've greatly feared has come upon me. So what we want to do is turn away from the issue, turn away from trying to heal, turn away from making it about healing, and now turn into making ourselves become so at ease in life, regardless of what we're facing, so at peace that it doesn't matter that the thing we have isn't here yet. You see, everything that hurts us is just that distance between where we are and where we want to be. As you let go of that pain of the distance, now that distance collapses. That's what some spiritual teachers talk about, collapsing space and time. You can collapse space and time when you let go of the emotional connections to the turmoil within you. Now there's no distance from you and that which you want. And that's what we're asking to create. And that's what it's saying when it says what you believe is already yours, so it shall be. So we have to create that place of ease to the point where we even almost forget about the issue that we're trying to overcome and just start to live in that ever-present moment where the only creative force really lives. You see, God is now and is forever, is all things, the Alpha and the Omega. So it's in that knowing that God exists in the ever-present moment, always and forever. And every time we come back to the present moment, every time we come back to peace, that's where we can find relief. So our job on our spiritual journey isn't to raise ourselves up. It's to realize that we're weighed down. That's stopping us from going up to heaven on earth. It's pulling us down all the time. And it's the traumas, it's the pain, it's the not enoughness, it's the feeling that we can't do this. Those are the things that I want you to face. When I'm telling you to face your fears, face those internal doubts and struggles within you. Your body's screaming them out to you. It's coming in the places where you are having this emotional turmoil. It's coming in the places where the person who pulled out in front of you made you have that big emotional reaction. It's coming in the place where the dog who's barking in the garden next door is annoying you. They're all teachers that are allowing you to let go. Because why would you make a god of anything outside of yourself? That is in essence sinful. So as we start to let go of the emotional reactions to life, we start to create an identity in ourselves of peace, harmony and ease. We can start to absolutely flow with life. Okay, we can flow, we can find that ease, we can find that good. This is where you will overcome anything. So I ask you today to go to your body, to use it, to teach your nervous system relaxation even though you're terrified. Breathe deeply, relax your body physically, let your body get still for a period of time, about 10 minutes, and just notice how your body lets go of all of these different traumas. From there, you are a channel of the divine, so claim it lovingly, boldly. Claim your health in the name of God. God is healing me now. I am healed in the name of God. It is done. I trust in divine guidance. I trust in my body completely. Love yourself, because to love yourself is to love God. Stop trying to heal and start working on your inner relationship with yourself, because that inner relationship with yourself is showing that you love and trust God. As you trust yourself, you trust God, because you are made in the likeness and image of God. And that is how we find and hear God's blessings and receive them, by finding trust in ourselves, finding faith and finding ease. Now your deeper mind, the part of you that runs all the processes of your body, will start to listen to this new idea and it will start to make it so. If this is you, claim now that I am still and God is healing me now and I trust in it completely. And I'll see you at the next one, guys.